Welcome, everyone. It is Monday night, just a bit outside radio show, live on the air, live on YouTube, and can you believe it? Live back on Facebook. Still suck it, Zuckerberg. Share the link, share the love, share us out, click like, subscribe, all the things that the influencers ask you to do. Just, take a moment to click that mouse, click the screen, click whatever you need to click. As always, you got Mark, you got Keisha. And Keisha, I'm going to start off with a question for you today.
Okay. What's up? What's up, guys?
I want to know if you know what today is. Because, Saturday was 3/14, Pi Day. It's not an official recognized holiday, but do you know what today is?
Today is... Wait. No, I don't know.
Can you give me oh, hell yeah, 3/16. Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
I'm mad at myself because I thought really hard about that. But you can definitely get an oh, hell yeah.
So happy Stone Cold Day.
That's good. Yeah, hell yeah. Go ahead, say that again just in case they didn't hear you.
Happy Stone Cold Day, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Raise some beers. There you go.
That is great. That's great. Welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in, like Mark said. Tonight we are all about the college hoops. We said last week we were getting prepared for the big dance. We're ready to suit up. We got the good shoes and Sunday's best going, and oh man, yeah, we are definitely ready to rumble, especially the JABO squad, because we both got some ponies in this race.
Oh yeah,
with great expectations, but we'll get to that in a little bit. The first thing that I want to get into, well, first of all, I'm here, Mark's down in North Carolina, and we thought we would, chop it up a little bit about our weather situations, because both of them are so drastic, but just on two different ends of the, I guess, the weather spectrum. As y'all know, if you're in the 410 DMV area, whatever, we had tornado warnings today. And, schools closed down, government buildings closed down. I got to work home on Monday. I mean, Mother Nature has really been cooperating this year, Mark. It seems like everything has just been going down on Monday. Monday is my office day. Yeah. So Mother Nature has really been looking out for Major Keisha, and I really appreciate her for it. But today we had a hurricane, or no, a tornado watch. I'm sorry, tornado watch, and but the temperatures, it was 60, 62 degrees. So it was nice. It wasn't cold or anything like that. And as I said, Mark is down in North Carolina, and Mark, I give them your account of what your weather situation is like today.
Well, I'll start off with saying that whole system that you guys were supposed to get and kind of are getting, it was down here this morning. And so, this morning, that wind was hitting this place hard. I thought, I thought the walls were going to cave in. I seriously thought I thought we were going to lose power. It was wild.
Really?
Yeah. And I even texted one of my coworkers. I was like, yeah, I don't even know if I'll have power to get through the day of work. So, knock on wood, it did level out, and but it's still windy. It's still crazy. And for you guys up there, I guess it went a little bit more east. So, the Western Peninsula is getting it more than you guys. I guess there's still a tornado watch that probably just expired, 7 p.m. up there. But right before you called to get this shindig going on, I ran outside real quick. Why is it snowing on Stone Cold Day in North Carolina? like sticking to the picnic table right outside my window. I was like, no, this is not happening.
Man, that is just so crazy because you're south of us.
Yeah.
I feel like the weather we had, you should have had, and the weather you had, we should have had. You know what I'm saying?
I agree 100%.
It's so nuts. Like when you mentioned that right before we started the show, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Don't say another word. We're going to save this conversation for the show because it's just so crazy. It's just so crazy to me. But yeah, so that was just our little weather report, and we thought it was funny. We thought we'd share with you guys. But let's get back to the program. Regular menu. First things first, as you always know, it's a what's going on around town. That's how we start the show, and I have a couple of we love the hometown heroes. We love to pump them up, right? Mm-hmm. And we, some of our guys have been making headlines over the past week. I guess we could talk about the World Baseball Classic first. How about that? Because that's it's really like the only non-college basketball related item that we have on the menu.
Right.
And it's a nice little appetizer, if you will. But yesterday was a great game. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out there. I mean, we've had some good stuff lately, man. I'm thinking back, because I feel like I've said this recently with something else, but one of the best World Baseball Classic games that I've ever watched. Okay.
Yeah. You guys were going off in the chat last night.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, I mean, the United States played the Dominican Republic. I really thought that the DR was going to win that thing because they have just been so powerful. And it was great. It was a great game. It was a semifinal game. I think it was Junior Caminero hit a home run early on. Well, first of all, the end of the score was 2-1, and they were all scored by home runs. So just that's just, it's just another level of amazement. Yeah. But so Junior hit the first home run early on. So DR went up 1-0. And the tying home run, like 1, maybe 2 innings later, was by our very own Gunnar Henderson. Okay? And let me tell you what makes this so awesome, Mark. Okay? He finally got the nod to get a start in the infield.
Nice.
And I'm like, I did not even understand that. Like, why was this his first time starting in the whole tournament? But, I mean, just proof of what belief can do. So when he got the nod, he clearly was pumped up. I mean, my man, he hit the game, like I said, game-tying homer, and it was an over 400 feet blast. I mean, it was like one of the biggest swings I've ever seen from him. I was totally screaming and pissing everybody off within my vicinity because I was just like, man. And then, like I said, hit the chat. Jana was going off. It was a serious blast, and big up to Gunnar Henderson for representing for the Orioles and helping the United States to secure that semifinal win. Like I said, they ended up beating the DR 2-1. But I mean, it was great pitching, it was great infielding, it was great outfielding. I mean, oh gosh, Julio Rodriguez, who plays center field for the DR, had a super awesome home run robbing catch against Aaron Judge. I mean, it was a fantastic game. If anybody out there is listening right now and watched the game like I did, I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. But, big shout out to the United States because they did the damn thing. Paul Skeens, he went about 5 or 6 innings, which was decent because the DR bullpen went. I'm sorry, the DR went to the bullpen like in the 3rd inning, like really early on. Yeah, but everybody came through was holding it down. I mean, it was a fantastic game, man. It was really, really good. Tonight we have Venezuela playing Italy. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the winner between these two will play the United States in the finals. Venezuela's super awesome squad. I believe they have hit like the 2nd most home runs in the tournament.
Wow.
Yeah. I think the DR may be first, and then it was Venezuela. We all know that Italy is no joke because they are the one team that took us down. So that's tonight at 8. I'm gonna watch that game too, man. Because I'd like to take a look at. I didn't get a chance to watch that Italy game, so I would like to see what they looking like.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. So yeah, let's keep it moving. Like I said, we got a few hometown heroes. I would like to talk about another one, and this will like be a nice good segue into our whole a bracket challenge and March Madness thing. Okay, I would like to talk about a kid named Ace Valentine. Okay, I'm not sure if you've heard of him.
No.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know, right? He's already got a superstar name already. But he is a 6'3" junior guard for the UMBC Retrievers men's basketball team.
Okay.
And he graduated from Mount St. Joe's University. So, I'm sorry, Mount St. Joe High School. My brothers went to that high school, so I kind of have ties there, which was, was really cool to hear about. Like, he's playing for the Retrievers, who are actually doing really well.
Yeah.
Okay. They were the winners over this weekend. They won the American East Conference, which was big. And because they got this win, Valentine and the Retrievers have been granted the first 4 play-in game.
Yep.
In the NCAA men's basketball tournament. And it was crazy, man, because we were just talking, because my mom had said this, they were talking about it on the local news, how the kid was from Mount St. Joe, and I was like, wow, I did not know that. And, I was telling her, and I think I might have, mentioned it on the show, that I've been following them, because they were playing some pretty decent basketball. Then I told them that they, I don't know if they were doing well enough to make it to the big show. And, lo and behold, man, I just think it's just so awesome. I mean, the program has really elevated its game, man. And, they got the play-in game. I believe they play tomorrow. Yep. Against Howard. And let me just tell you guys, this is going to be a good game. Howard has been doing its own little creep on the come up, right? Because I think that they have within the past 2-3 years, they've been to the big tournament before. Yeah, as a lower seed, 16 seed, but they've been making it.
Yeah.
They've been making it. So, what I'm expecting tomorrow is a really, really good game. I'd like to do a little. I'm not going to give you guys a pick on that. We're not going to do that. As a matter of fact, we're not going to do that at all tonight because it's too early for me. I need to.
Come on.
Really. I gotta look at some things first before I start talking. Before we start talking about the money. But what I am expecting, you guys, is a good game. Between these two programs that have just been really, enjoying the fruits of their labor and seeing a lot of good success over the past couple of seasons. So, best of luck to Valentine. Best of luck to UMBC. And real life, best of luck to Howard too. Whoever wins this game, I believe, goes on to play Michigan.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is a hell of an opponent because they were the Big Ten regular season champion.
Yeah.
So, whoever wins, I'll be pulling for either one. I would be satisfied with either one.
Well, let me drop a little something for you about Howard too. And
sure, go ahead. I love it.
We got to give kudos to people when we see it. And I was watching the women's selection show last night at 8 when it started, and there's a lot of overlap of schools that are both in the men's and women's.
Yep.
And as far as I can remember, Howard was like the only school that I can think about. There might have happened, but it just didn't stick in my memory. But Howard was like the only school that had the men and women together, like where the cameras are. You know how they show the schools and they react when they're announced? Howard was like the only school that had the guys and the girls together, which was awesome. So, guys, support the women's sports.
Yes, I love that. Absolutely love that.
Yeah.
I wish I could have... oh, man. I'm going to have to look for that offline after we do the show because... You know what? And that's huge. And I totally agree with you. Mark, say it again for the people in the back.
Support women's sports.
Yes. Love it.
I mean,
big shout out to Howard.
The women's tournament's been getting monster ratings as it is, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, I can't wait to... I took a look at this women's bracket. We're going to do the second half of the show with the women's. But, so, yeah, we have the play-in game. We've got a lot of home ties to that. So everybody in the DMV area and people who, are affiliated or got a connection will be definitely tuning in to that game tomorrow, which I said was, we said tomorrow, I think it's at like 7 or 8 o'clock. I'm not sure what time.
6:20, 6:40, something like that.
Okay, 6:20. Okay, all right. So it's 2 games tomorrow, and then what? 2 on
Wednesday. Yep.
2 on Wednesday. Okay, all right, great. Thank you so much. So tune in. It'll be a big deal. Okay, let's keep it moving. So since we talked about, these 2 teams at the play, and we might as well continue on with the men's bracket, right?
Okay.
Before we actually talk about the different teams and everything like that, Mark, if you don't mind, if you just want to kind of put it out there that we got the tournament challenge going.
Yeah, on the JABO page, Facebook page, just maybe I'll pin it so it's like top. But,
yeah, please do.
Yeah, there's the tournament challenge. You can fill out 2 brackets this year, and it's on the ESPN Fantasy app. The post has a picture of the name of the group and the password. But there's also Facebook's being finicky. I tried to post a link in the comments, it wouldn't link. Like it would just show text. On my personal page, I have a post up with the link in the comments, and that's a public post. So if you find your way to my Facebook page, there's the link in the comments on the post about the bracket challenge there, and you won't even.
I'll share that as well.
Yeah,
and it's very simple. It's very user friendly, you guys. So put a bracket in.
Yep.
We always have a good time. We always, chop it up and talk shit, and it's always fun. And we've got some pretty knowledgeable return players.
Oh yeah.
So it'd definitely be a challenge for anybody who thinks they knows their stuff. But yeah, go to the show page, check it out. I'll also put it up after the show, so you can also go to my page as well. All right. Thanks, Mark.
Even if someone knows their stuff, the March Madness, especially like the last 10 years or so, it's hard. There's no way.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this bracket. Everybody knows if you've been watching the show, and I'm gonna say it now. If you don't know, I'm a big Duke Blue Devil fan, and my main slice of pizza, Mark, is a big Arizona Wildcat fan.
Bear down.
And oh boy. The basketball gods have been so kind to us this go around. There is an absolute strong possibility, that our teams could be in the championship game.
They are the overall number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, that's what I said. Very, very strong possibility there. So I am going to let my compadre talk a little bit first about, his squad, how they did over the weekend. I guess like how do you feel about them and everything?
Oh, I'm feeling good because, I watched the games, but then we also listen to the national correspondents and everything. And I don't know if it's a jinx or not, but the national correspondents are in love with Arizona. More of them picked Arizona to win than picked Duke, on the selection show and stuff. Actually, no one picked Duke, so sorry. But so that kind of worries me because I hope there's not a curse on that. But man, Iowa State is no joke. They're gonna go far in this.
Oh
tournament.
yeah.
And
I actually thought Iowa State was going to win that game.
That semifinal, that last second shot, oh my god!
Yeah,
I died. Just the grit and determination in this Wildcat team, and everyone says they might have you have to have 5 starters, but they really have 8. On their bench, there's guys that'll start anywhere else. Del Oso was just raining threes on that semifinal game on Iowa State.
Yeah.
And then the final, oh man, who was the final against? I can't remember.
Arizona?
Yeah, the final of the Big 12. I can't remember who it was, but Arizona was struggling there for a while. They were down in double digits. And man, they battled back. And
Houston,
that's right.
Yeah.
Houston's been spoiler to Arizona a couple times these last 10 years or so in the tournament, so I was scared. But man, just like I said, a gritty team, just one that's gonna battle all the way to the final second, no matter what. So I look forward to this tournament. I really hope we go all the way. But man, this is a squad. This is crazy.
All right, cool deal. I like that nobody picked us. I like that.
Right.
And I hope that, they take this, because I actually, I said it the last week, I like the squad, man. I like this season's squad, and I hope they sit that and make it a major chip on their shoulder coming into this tournament. Man, Duke had their own, bit of close calls, and also thinking to myself I'm not sure about how I'm feeling right now. The ACC tournament was just, oh gosh, it was just heart attack after heart attack after heart attack.
What was it, Florida State?
That
Florida State game?
Yes, I was about to say Florida State. They won 80-79. That's 1 point margin. Jeez, Clemson. They won that by 12 points, but Clemson was hanging in there for a little while. And then the championship game, oh my gosh, it was just up and down thing, and they did not, start that game with Virginia off strong. I was questioning their energy off the top, and if they were actually going to be able to get it done. But the last 3 minutes were very favorable. They got very lucky. Mistakes were made, and they were able to walk away with the 74-70 victory over Virginia and ACC conference champion. So they are in. Would you like to talk about? I guess like our respective regions.
Yeah.
Of the bracket. Okay. So let's go ahead and since you talked about Arizona, what's that?
Let me ask you this: Have you really looked at the brackets? Like I know you haven't had a lot of time to, but like, have you reviewed at least the East bracket where Duke is?
Yeah. That's about. I mean, to me, it's.
Because for a number one seed, everyone's saying like that's the toughest road is Duke's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you guys, I haven't even looked at the rest of the brackets, but when I tell you that the East is freaking stacked, and I don't even have to look at everybody else's to know that this might be the most entertaining region out of the four.
There's a lot of good teams there.
It is. It's a lot of good teams there, and I am really, like I said, after watching the ACC games, I'm just like, oh.
They've
got one hell of a road. Would you say now?
There's one national prognosticator, whatever, that has St. John's coming out of this into the Final Four.
Good God Almighty! Listen, and look at this, man. We got UConn. Mm-hmm. Gosh, Michigan State is no slouch. UCLA is no slouch.
Kansas,
like, man, this thing is ridiculous. I don't even know how they put this shit together this year. I don't know, but it's wild, man. It's wild. I am so excited. That first day is just going to be,
Yeah.
And we know what the trend has been over the past 2-3 years. Okay, it ain't no easy first game if you are number one seed anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, like, all it took was one, and now everybody's a believer, and they level up. I do not think this year will be any different. I think that, one of these number one seeds could possibly get challenged the first game or two in a serious way. So
mark it down. Keisha says Siena over Duke, first round.
I don't go that far. But yeah, it's. I think my region is pretty good. Let's flip over to your side, man. I know you have taken a look at the West. I'm not sure how extensive it is, but you got any comments or any remarks that you want to give our outsiders about that West region?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty stacked field too. Who is there? There's Wisconsin, Villanova, Arkansas, BYU, man. Mid-season, BYU looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they came in at number 6. They stumbled it. I think they had an injury in the season, but
yeah. But in the first 2 months of the season, it was all the rage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I mention Gonzaga? Gonzaga's there to 3. Purdue's the number 2. I mean, Purdue's been a monster this season too. Yes, I like this one. Arizona plays the Long Island in the first round.
Yeah.
Man, Hawaii had some burn there too at the end of the season. Hawaii is there.
Yeah, I watched one of their games. It was like, I don't know, it was like an 11 o'clock start, so it was like 12 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And they are not bad.
No.
I mean, nobody in there is bad, but you know what I mean when I say like bad.
Yeah.
In the sense of, they are. They have the ability to raise some eyebrows.
Tournament ready. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect terminology. Absolutely.
One thing I like looking at on the brackets is always like the 9 versus the 8, and this is Villanova and Utah State. Here's a stat for you. I know you're a stat girl.
Yeah.
In the last 10 years, the 9 has defeated the 8 55% of the time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The 9 has defeated the 8. I'm looking at yours and I'm looking at mine like,
Oh, I tell you, in yours, I got TCU over Ohio State.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they're going to win big?
I don't know about big, but I got them taken out of Ohio State.
Okay. All right. I might roll with you on that one.
Okay.
But that's a great stat. That's something to keep in mind when navigating through. But do you have any thoughts on who might be the biggest competition for Arizona in the region?
Oh, in the region, let's see. Probably Purdue. I mean, I hate to go chalk and be like
go to number two,
but Purdue, man.
Yeah, but no, that's what I was really looking at. I was just saying either Purdue and it seems like Gonzaga's got back to form too.
Yeah.
They kind of fallen off a little bit, but they look like they're back to form this season. And gosh, I mean, look how far they've come. They used to be a dog, right? They used to get them like 12 seeds, and what's my man out there? Mark Few? Uh-huh. Is he still out there?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah. Well, regardless of who's out there, they have program to where you got to put some respect on their name.
Yeah.
And they deserve that. They definitely deserve that. So, really quickly, we got a few more minutes, and then we're going to switch over to the women's. Bottom of the bracket, the South region. Hi, Florida, always good. North Carolina, they kind of, they were doing great. But, I mean, definitely not on the level of Duke and Arizona.
Yeah.
Right? And, circle this matchup between North Carolina and VCU. Okay? This could possibly be a decent game. I definitely don't think it's going to be a blowout, though.
Yeah.
This is definitely circled on my little bracket as one of the ones that I definitely would love to take a look at and watch in its entirety.
Yep.
Clemson and Iowa, two different styles. That has the potential to be a pretty good game as well.
Who is it, Clemson? Yeah.
Clemson and Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah. Geez. Who do I think is coming out of this thing? At first glance, and I need to look at a few other things, but like at first glance, I kind of like Houston, yo.
Yep, bang on. That's who my pick is.
Yeah, I mean, I watched, of course, I watched their game, and Yeah, I really do like them to come out of that one. Let's flip over to the other side here. Oh man, this is another good one. Oof. Oh no, this might be the second best one. Oof. Okay, let's go to this Midwest. Michigan, big dogs in first. But we've got some. Man, you still got Virginia, you still got Iowa State, and I can say this without even blinking, man. Iowa State's going to come out of that joint.
I would not be surprised to see that either. Yeah,
I really feel like Iowa. I'm gonna take them at least out to the Elite Eight.
Yeah,
but do not sleep on Iowa State, man. I was really impressed with the ball game that I watched, and they're looking really good. They're looking really good. So, Mark, I'm gonna make a little proposition for you.
Okay.
Okay, we got a couple of days, right? And it's been a while since we've done some JABO extras.
Okay.
You down for some? You down for some extras?
You already know.
Maybe. Okay. All right. Maybe we could do a drop like Thursday morning.
Okay.
Right before things get started at 12, as like a little teaser before the tournament starts. I think that would be pretty cool.
Okay.
All right, and we can do one apiece. One for the just our thoughts. Just another deeper dive, and maybe we can give some picks. I might even give y'all a few easy money picks. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for my extra as well as my man Mark. So we're definitely gonna do that for the big tournament.
Oh yeah.
All right, nice. So in a few minutes that we have left, well, not a few minutes, I'd say like 15.
Real quick. Yeah,
sure.
I did want to give you my Cinderella pick.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me switch back over. Okay.
Because we were on the Midwest, and that's where my Cinderella's coming from.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me take a look at this quick list and see if I know where you're gonna go with this, or where I would go with this. Okay, I got my picks. Go ahead.
Okay. At least to get out of the first round. Second round, it's up to them at that point.
Sure.
But I want to say I think Michigan might be a weak number one. They lost their conference tournament by like 8 or something like that. Maybe they rested knowing that they were going to get picked. But, you play to win. That's the story. They might be vulnerable. They might lose to the 16 seed. I'm not saying they will.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be shocked. But I have heard like Texas Tech has had some injury problems. Do not be surprised when the Akron Zips at 12 take out the number 5 Texas Tech.
Okay. I was not expecting that one. I thought you might go with Miami, Ohio, because they've been doing fantastic.
And those 11 seeds are always dangerous.
Always. That would probably be my little Cinderella pick there, because I've watched some of their games too.
How pissed is Miami of Ohio too? They went 31-1 on the season. They're still in the first 4, and they were called a bubble team. Yeah, I know conference is weak. But come on.
Yeah, and they like recently. It was like last week that they lost their first game.
Right.
But you know how I feel about that though, and which is why I was like, this is a solid good Cinderella team. You got that L out of the way.
Yep. So
now you are ready to jam, and like you said, historically that 11 seed, that 12 seed, man, they love to play spoiler. They love to play spoiler. So I think we got I think both are pretty good picks for Cinderella, man, and we'll keep an eye. That's why I said, ooh, that Midwest, that one's gonna be a doozy too. I'm really excited for this year.
Right.
I think more so than I haven't been in a couple of years. But okay. Do we have any comments or anything on the feeds about the men's brackets?
No.
Before we switch over. Okay, no worries. Great. Let's go over to the women's bracket. Okay. Oh man, we're always happy to see our girls and Lady Terps in the big dance. They've got a 5 seed. They're in Regional 1, along with UConn. Jeez. And we know about them. Like Mark said, Howard ladies, let's go, big deal. And also some more usual suspects, Notre Dame, North Carolina. We all know that they're fantastic. And, Iowa State ladies who, I don't know if y'all remember, but last year both squads went pretty far.
Yeah.
In the tournament. And, there are a few people out there that believe that this squad, Iowa women's squad, is better than last year's. And they've got a pretty unstoppable force there that you all will be very familiar with if you haven't been already. How do you... Have you given much thought on the outcome for the Lady Terps? I mean, I think this is they got tough road.
Yeah, because they got Murray State that first round, and then
that's gonna be a tough game.
Second round would be North Carolina more than likely. That's man. To be honest with you, of course we are definitely, we're homers. We always we're going down with the home team. Yeah.
Regardless of what happens. But I would be shocked if they make it out of the round of 32. That makes me so sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been so tough to be a sports fan in Maryland. Over these past 2 years, it's just been really tough.
But it is a 5 against a 4, so maybe it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna put all my prayer warriors out there for my girls, man. For sure. Do you wanna put out there? I mean, gosh, how do you go against UConn?
Right.
For the region, it's just like bang.
Here's a crazy stat for you.
Jesus. Yeah.
For the third time in NCAA tournament history, these women, the 4 number 1 seeds, are all the same 4 teams that made the Final Four the year before.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see.
There's
UCLA.
some power there.
Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. My Duke ladies got it rough, too. Like, oh. Okay, we're going to jump over to Regional 2. We got UCLA, like I said. Keep an eye on Princeton. Of course, like I said, the Duke. Oh, jeez. Lady Bears. Oh, for love of God. LSU. My gosh, you get down to and it's just like, how can I forget them?
Right.
Oh, man, that is, I can't even tell. I'm not even going to say, I don't know who's going to come out of this one. I really don't know, man. Because LSU, they've been balling. Like, they've had some pretty good games. Circle that whole region. Outsiders, that shit's going to be fun. It's going to be a wild ride. Let's pop down to the regional number 3.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, look at the whole thing here. So of course we got number 1 Texas. As Mark said, was there here last year. This is like business as usual for them. As far as my watch out fors, gosh, oof. Possible Cinderella team for me. Possibly Tennessee. They've challenged some big dogs. I kind of like that one. And looking at the rest, yeah, I think that's really the only one that I really like as a possible a Cinderella team in the region.
That first round game with NC State might be the best game of the entire first round.
Yeah, it's circled. I got it circled. This was the one that really jumped out to me the most when I looked at the region. As far as let me take a look here. What else could possibly be a good one? I don't know much about Rhode Island. I don't know much about Vermont. So I guess my next one would be, I don't know, possibly that Oregon Virginia Tech game.
Okay.
I keep forgetting. I keep every time I click on the box, it's like I select somebody, but
yeah,
it's not. This is definitely going to be a close game. It's I would say probably like a 60-40 split as far as picks are concerned. But just to let you know how spot on I am with this, the Oregon Ducks are a 3.5-point favorite over Virginia Tech Hokies. So, I do think, yeah, I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I think Virginia Tech's got a pretty good chance at squeaking that one out. But out of this region, at first glance, those two are the ones that are most interesting to me. I love this 8-9 matchup and that 7-10 matchup.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a lot of fun. We have a few minutes left. Let's skip over to regional number 4. Of course, we've got the Big Dawn squad. Her girls, South Carolina, number 1. You know, you most definitely got to put some respect on their name, right? Oh boy, we got Clemson, we got USC, Michigan State, Oklahoma. This one's kind of a decent one too.
Yeah.
Oh, Iowa, Georgia. Do you have any thoughts on this one? Does anything jump out at you at first glance here?
That USC Clemson game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And we know how things went with USC last year.
Yeah.
Right? They were like high hopes. I'm not, I don't really know what the expectations were for them this season, but to end up as a 9 seed, I would imagine that was kind of a little bit of a letdown.
Right.
So, they will be looking for that, put some respect on our name energy. All right, so that is definitely going to be a good matchup. Clemson has been pretty solid. I think that they match up well. And for shits and giggles, we've kind of got the same kind of split as far as picks are concerned. But this current spread is Trojans USC -5.5, and that would be my pick to come up out of this one.
Okay.
I would definitely go with, and I will be going with the USC Trojans to come out of that first round against the Clemson Tigers. Iowa is in here. They can most definitely provide, a nice challenge to their bottom half of the bracket. Gosh. Oklahoma. Okay, so that's in the top half. Hold on, let me scroll down to the bottom here. Okay, so we got Iowa, we got Washington, we got TCU. I don't know. I don't see much of a challenge for Iowa. I think that they
to the Elite Eight, or
yeah,
okay,
yeah. I think that they can get there. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, wait, hold on. Ooh, to the Elite Eight.
Face South Carolina there.
Yeah, to the Elite Eight. Because it would have to be 2 from the top half. 2. No. 2, 4. I like the chances to the Elite Eight, sure. You know, but they'll meet South Carolina.
Yeah.
In that Elite Eight, most likely. I mean, I'm not going to say right now they're going to get their ass busted, but, you know, as of right now, this is just a fact. Okay, there are 2 teams in the women's college league that you just do not count out, and that's South Carolina and UConn.
Yep.
You know, and I think we have had enough evidence, and Dawn has enough dubs and championships for y'all to put some respect on your name. We should never be doubting. Just like we don't doubt Gino, I don't doubt Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. So that's the brackets. That's the women's bracket, men's bracket. Like I said, Mark and I are going to put together some extras for you. So, you know, look for a little bonus content on the social medias. You know, I was thinking maybe we can even upload them to the JABO stories, depending upon how long they are.
Yeah.
You know, little extra media outlet. So be on the lookout for those. We'll have some easy money picks. We'll do the whole 9, and you know, that will be a lot of fun. Do we have any comments on the feed or anything about the women's bracket? Because I know Harry's is really big into it.
No comments yet.
Okay, everybody's still digesting and letting everything marinate, ourselves included. Before we, you know, get to the end of the show, do we have any real wrestling or anything that you want to throw out there for the outsiders tonight?
Nothing I can think of. Just
okay.
I know last show, like I had mentioned, WWE 2K26 was coming out. I've been playing the hell out of it. Been having a lot of fun. Sure. That's always cool. Road to WrestleMania is ramping up. We got like a month or so left, so it's good times.
Awesome. Well, look, one more, you know how we end this show from the Maryland all the way down to North Carolina. Spread that love, yo. It's crazy times as always. Feel like I just say that shit every week, but it is what it is. You know, living in the upside down. Spread the love. Man, give hugs. Mental illness is crazy. You know, enough. Man, did you hear about that thing with that lady and Rihanna shooting? Like, and I don't know if you looked at those videos, but I mean, this is just another testament to, holy crap! Like, we cannot, you know, ignore this. And this is just a reality that we have to be cognizant of these types of things for the rest of our lives. Yep. And, you know, it is important, even if you have the slightest of doubts or something, you got to tell somebody, you know, a friend is acting weird, or a friend is, you know, you just never know nowadays what people are going through. So when we say, you know, share the link, share the love, we're not just talking about our show, and if you've been with us for a while, you know what the brand is. You know what I mean? Man, yeah. So just, you know, be a reason that, you know, somebody smiles today, or you know, whatever those fucking slogans are. Do the right thing, goddammit.
What do those dumbass inspirational posters say?
Just do the right thing. I can't stress this enough, man. Gosh.
Spike Lee?
Fight the pound. No, I'm kidding. Let me not get us banned. Oh, man, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. As always, you got Keish on the other end of the line. It's my favorite slice of pizza, Mark. And we are just a bit outside. Have a great week. Let's have some fun on this bracket challenge, yo. Sign up. Let's go. Peace, peace.